To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another day. Yeah. Everything you need to know that you never knew, that you need to know. Look on perspective.
Well, good morning and welcome to everyone to our Friday Roundup and our recap, as well as learning about some new things that are going on. My name is Felicia Lockhart, and I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in today. I'm not sure if you guys know about it, but there are a lot of recalls that are going on, and we talked about this in short yesterday, a very short order on the Lockhart perspective. And as we were talking, I said, we're doing this whole thing tomorrow, but at greater length. And here it is. You are so busy. We are all so very busy. Most of us keep our ears, down to the ground to hear a few things. But for the most part, we're all looking to do other things, take care of our families or whatever. But the deal is, this is one entire meal, as it were, that would literally be recalled if you put it all on your table. We have things from fish to meat products to salads to everything. And then not to mention the fact that Procter and Gamble just did a huge recall. I mean, huge. There's also another company that has literally recalled their entire drug list, everything they've ever made. And so we're going to get into some things like that. Before we do, I also want to let you know that there are some things that are going over abroad that maybe we know about, maybe we don't. It's not my goal ever to bring you everything or to show you something that you don't know. Why do I say that? Well, because you guys are highly intelligent people and you love information, and those who are lovers of information generally will go out and seek it for themselves. And that's why I like all of you. So I want to thank you for that. I want to share that with you as well. Let's get right into some of the, I think I want to get into the news pieces first. And the reason for that is because maybe you have to go, and I want you to know these things before you leave. So the first thing that I'll get into is that the United States is literally preparing indictments right now. They are. They are preparing a few indictments. And let's get right into these things. Because I didn't know. But I will say this, that some of the things that have been going on coming across our border or our southern border have really concerned me. And so this right here, it says that the U.S. is preparing indictments for Salvadoran officials over alleged pact with gangs. The U.S. authorities are preparing criminal charges against El Salvador's Deputy Justice Minister, get this name, Osiris Luna, and another senior official, accusing them of negotiating a secret truce with gangs, two sources said, amid the rising tension between Washington and President Nayib Bukele's government. According to the sources, the indictments are being prepared by a Department of Justice task force against Luna and Carlos Marroquin, now a close Bukele ally, who leads the Salvadorian government social welfare agency. The U.S. Treasury imposed sanctions on Luna and Marroquin on Wednesday, accusing them of cutting a deal with the Salvatorian, and I cannot say this, I think it's Salvatore Trucha. So I apologize for those who may have this as your given tongue. I mean no offense at all. But nonetheless, it's MS-13 and barrio gangs, in which gangs would reduce violence in El Salvador and provide political backing in return for money and easier prison conditions. Bukele has repeatedly denied his government negotiated any such truces and denounced the sanctions. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm having my coffee, so if you hear a sister sip, I'm so sorry. But nonetheless, it just goes on to say that, hey, this is what's going on. So Luna and a member, oh no, let me go back up. Listen to this. Two sources. The two sources familiar with the matter told Reuters that the DOJ was now preparing criminal charges against Luna and Marroquin. Luna, and a member of Bukele's cabinet, who is also in charge of El Salvador's prison system, and Marroquin did not respond to the multiple requests for comments, and the DOJ also declined for a comment. The investigation is being handled by the Joint Task Force, Vulcan JTFV, and the DOJ unit set up in 2019 to coordinate efforts by the United States law enforcement agencies to dismantle MS-13, which has made inroads in cities, U.S. cities, and prison. Both sources said the United States officials say the gangs have ordered I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get this trouble. I don't want this heat. But they've ordered murders on the U.S. soil from the U.S. from inside their prisons in El Salvador. So they're that off the chain that they can order somebody's demise from the prisons in El Salvador on U.S. soil. Wow. The U.S. government claimed broad authority to prosecute for a wide range of crimes committed abroad, including for acts committed by or against American citizens. The task force has indicted several MS-13 leaders on terrorism charges in the Eastern District Court of New York. El Salvador classifies the MS-13 as a terrorist organization, and U.S. prosecutors have accused some of the group's leaders for terrorist acts. While the timeline has not been finalized, the indictments are expected in the coming months, said the sources who sought anonymity, as they are now not authorized to publicly speak about the planned indictments. The Federal Bureau of Investigations, or the FBI, was involved in the probe, said one of the sources. The FBI did not respond as well when they made requests to speak to them about this. So the two sources said the exact charges have not been finalized. The second source said that they were likely to focus on corrupt practices and consorting with group responsible for the violent crimes. Building on Wednesday's Treasury sanctions, the U.S. State Department on Thursday imposed a new set of penalties on Luna and Marroquin for misappropriating public funds. The sanctions and the indictments being drafted are likely to further strain the relations between Bukele and Washington, where the El Salvadorian leaders are seen as an increasingly authoritarian figure. Bukele said on Thursday, and he called the negotiations absurd. It's clear, he says, quote, "It's clear the United States government does not accept collaboration, friendships, or alliances. It's absolute submission or nothing," he says. Well, I don't know, but it does go on to say that under urban control is another heading. Let me come back on this side and see how you guys are doing. Are you as alarmed about some of this as I am? I am, well, these are the things that happen, and these are the things that go on. So let's go ahead and continue. So under urban control, it says that U.S. authorities have also discovered that MS-13 gangs had put out a hit on an FBI agent, and when they intercepted a small piece of paper known as a huila, the gangs used to pass on coded messages to the members outside the prison. The United States agents fled El Salvador with his family, according to the source. Well, successive Salvadorian presidents have wrestled with how to curtail the MS-13 and the Barrio 18's control over the urban areas where violence and extortion have spurred waves of immigration to the United States. That's immigration with an E, okay? Bukele was a staunch critic of a 2012 candlestick, or clandestine, a candlestick. Yeah, me too. I hate them candlesticks. A 2012 clandestine accord between the federal government, or the former government, and the gang leaders that collapsed 2 years earlier, resulting in a sharp increase in the country's murder rate and leading to the arrest of several government officials. Rumors of fresh accord swirled after the murder of oh my gosh, listen, rumors of a fresh accord swirled after the murder rate tumbled about 50% in the year. Whoa. Bukele took office in 2019. The homicides did begin to drop to 17 murders per 100,000 people in 2021, down from 51 in 2018. According to the National Police, Bukele has credited the drop in homicides to his policies. I don't. I credit them to all those people coming across the border. But then again, that's just me. And I'm no one. I'm just me. But I don't know. You're getting rid of a lot of people that are coming from that direction. So, hey, I don't know. I'm just an American, just trying to put some pieces together. Now, in September of 2020, the newspaper El Faro cited internal government documents reported that Luna and Marquand offered better prison conditions to gangs in exchange for reduced homicide rates and electoral support for Bukele's party. Okay? These links are already down below in the description. And yeah. So we're supposed to be indicting these folks. That's what's happening. That's wow. I want to say hello to everybody. Let's see who we have over here really quick. Take a quick break and say hi. Let's check it out. Let's start up here. Oh, Inger Norman, good morning. Amy, good morning. The Awakened Satan with Christ. Mr. Satan re-rules YouTube. Child, you need to bless your heart, baby. Mods, please, just one mod. That's all we need sometimes. Good morning. Ringing Constitutional, how are you? Mark Schumann, good morning to you as well. Lady M and Oz, hey, how's it going? Deb Woods, it's good to see you. And we have David Bruce, how are you, kind sir? And my sister, Sandy Aaron, hey, how are you? All right, folks, we're going to get right back into another story. Hey, Knowledge 2020, want to acknowledge everybody. Scooter P, how are you? Mike McGuire. It's good to see all of you. Rachel Van Ziel, Matt Waters, how are you? Let's get into some more because we've got some more stuff. Nobody 12, we got some more stuff coming up. Did you know that? Did you know that? Rage Against the Machine and Troy Walker. J Love and Cheryl, how are you today? All right, so let's get into some more stuff because we've got a lot of ground to cover. And I probably won't take another hello break. So for those of you who have already heard my hello, and for those of you whoever, I won't be on this side. Marty Lauderdale, how are you? Good to see you. I'm not going to be on this side for the rest of the show. So for anybody in advance who gives any hellos or who gives any super chats, thank you for the super chats in advance. And I'm going back on the other side. Okay? It's good to see you too. Good to see you too. All right, you guys. Now, here is something else that goes on. I did not know that Turkey was about that life. Here they are. Turkey has decided, hey, we're going to freeze some assets until we get some answers. Here it is. Turkey freezes the assets of 770 individuals and a U.S.-based foundation. Turkey has frozen the assets of a total of 770 people and a United States-based foundation on the grounds of terrorism financing, a ruling published in its official gazette showed on Friday. Now, Chicago-based Niagara Foundation's assets were frozen because of links with the United States-based cleric Fethullah Gulen, who's accused by Turkey of staging a coup attempt in 2016. The assets of more than 400 people were frozen for links to Gulen, the Gazette said, and this step was taken on the basis of a reasonable grounds that they had committed the acts covered by articles titled The Crime of Financing of Terrorism and, quote, the acts prohibited by providing or collecting funds, it added. Assets of more than 200 individuals accused of the links to the outlawed Kurdistan's Workers' Party and the Islamic State mitigated militia groups. Jeez whiz, I think I need 2 cups of coffee before starting. So anyway, it just goes on to say that they are the party and the Islamic State militia groups, the militant groups. They were all frozen. All of their assets were also frozen. Now that's a lot. I didn't know that we were about that life getting over there with other people like this. But apparently there are a lot of organizations that say that they are United States organizations because some people from other countries come here, form their businesses here, and become a citizen here, and then they go around and they wreak havoc all over the world, actually. Okay? All over the world. Now, for your reading pleasure, the link is down below, but you may want to pick up on the Ugandan charges 15 with terrorism for the role of the IS-linked bombing. So you may want to read that on your own, okay? Now, let's get into some of the, that's the newsy piece. That's the newsy piece. Let's get into some of the recalls because, like I said, there's a lot of people that are going to be getting together for this Sunday. I mean, we're having Sabbath this Sunday. You know, we don't do Christmas, but we have a lot of people that are coming over and we're going to eat and we're going to celebrate on this Sunday. So, listen, we're going to talk about the fish, okay? We're going to talk about the fish. We're going to talk about the fish as well as the meat products and everything else that you may partake in on your own for whatever reason. Maybe you don't eat regular meat. Maybe you just eat fish. And here's what we're doing. We're going to look at this because I feel like, gee whiz, so many of us trying to do the right thing by cooking our own food. You can't, unless you go fish in your own pond, you can't really avoid this unless you don't eat fish at all. So this is a company announcement. Getting into the recall portion, there's a little bit of Hafia smoked fish, okay, that has listeria monotogens. All right, you guys are smart. You know what a monotogen is, and you know if I'm saying it right, you love me. If I'm saying it wrong, it's okay. You know how to say it right. You know what I mean. So here it is. A fish recalled, possible link with listeria monocytogens, whatever. Okay, this announcement came out on December 21st, and the FDA published the announcement on the same day. The product type is food and beverages, and the reason is because of the potential listeria connection. The company name is Hafia Smoked Fish, and the brand name is the same. The product is their Turbolt Cold Smoked. So the Hafia Fish Company of Jamaica, New York, is recalling approximately 230 pounds of their Turbolt Cold Smoked 8-ounce packages, and the lot number is inside of the description box because it has the potential to be contaminated with listeria, an organism which can cause serious and sometimes fatal infections in young children as well as the frail elderly or frail people in general. The others with other people that have weakened immune systems are also affected at great measures by the listeria infections. So although healthy individuals may suffer a short-term symptom or short-term symptoms, such as high fever and headache, stiffness, nausea, abdominal pain, and diarrhea, listeria infection can cause miscarriages as well as stillbirths in pregnant women. The Turbolt Cold Smoke 8-ounce lot number, again, is listed here, and it was distributed at retail stores in New York and New Jersey. In New York and New Jersey. The product is packaged in a clear plastic with a gold broad border that contains sliced turbot fish with a blue label that reads Hafia Smoked and Caviar Turbot Cold Smoked. And that's what's actually in the container. It tells you there. And it says that no illnesses has been reported up to this date. The recall was a result of a routine sampling program by New York State Department of Agriculture, which revealed that the fish or the finished product contained listeria. And they ceased distributing it at that point. But the company was to continue their investigation as to the cause of the problem. Consumers who have purchased the product are urged to return it to the store that they got it from for a full refund. And then you can also give a phone number. They have a phone number here. You can give them a shout out if you feel like you have partaken in any of this or if you've purchased it. I'm going to make a very valid point in a few seconds here because it seems to me that everybody has the same theme. No illnesses have been reported to this point or to this date. And I want you to hold on to that thought process, okay? So there's another one. We've got a little bit more meat that has been recalled. So it's a meat recall with a possible foreign matter in it. All right? Meat recall with a foreign matter in it. Something else that's not supposed to be in there. So let's get into this. I don't know. It just looks to me like everywhere we turn, there's something that has something in it that shouldn't be in there. And then later on, after they've sold several lots of it, all of a sudden now we're like, okay, well, you can, let's tell the people, hey, don't eat that fish no more. I know you done had it since September, but don't eat it. Whatever. All right. So the meat product recalls for possible foreign matter contamination, they gave this out on December the 18th, 2021. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, Food and Safety Inspection Service. They are issuing a public health alert for approximately 51 pounds of ready-to-eat Hawaiian-style summer sausage. Do you eat that? Hawaiian-style summer sausage? Well, they're doing a recall on it. They are. The products are due to the concerns that they may have been contaminated with an extraneous material, specifically pieces of metal. The FSIS is issuing this public health alert out of the utmost of caution to ensure that consumers are aware that these products should not be consumed, and a recall was not requested because it's believed that the products are no longer available for the consumers to purchase. So where's the product? Who bought it? Who ate it? That's a good question. So it's not available for anybody else to purchase. Okay. Well, I hope you don't have none at your house. All right. All right. Let me get back over here to y'all. All right, I don't know. Sometimes I just get a little beside myself with this. All right, so it's not available for anyone else to purchase, and the RTE Hawaiian-style summer sausage items were made for the public's, they made this public health alert when they found out by Swiss Processing Plant Incorporated on November the 18th, following the products subject to the public health alert. Now listen, they just put this out on December the 18th. And the RTE Hawaiian-style summer sausage items for this public health alert were produced by Swiss Processing Plant on November 18th. But let's go back up to this. A recall was not requested because it is believed that the products are no longer available for consumers to purchase. And I guess that's because of the small amount of pounds. It's 51 pounds. But who ate it? Where did it go? What about those people? Shouldn't you have still done a recall in case people had it at their house? I think so. Yeah, I think so. So let's just finish. The products subject to recall bear the establishment number 2969 inside of the USDA mark of inspection. The products were sold in the Swiss processing plant. That's who sold them. The retail store and local winery retailer, Herman, Missouri. The problem was discovered when an establishment employee noticed metal in the product purchased from the company store, which prompted the establishment to perform an investigation and notify FSIS of their findings. There have been no confirmed reports of an adverse reaction due to consumption of these products. Anyone concerned about the injury or illness that could become, a problem from this should contact their healthcare provider. All right, I'm gonna move on because I'm gonna say something. So let's go on to the salad. I'm not gonna go in. I'm just gonna go on to the salad. So, yeah, I am gonna say something. Here's what I'm gonna say. I just find it amazing that no one has had any issues with this. They're saying no one has caused, no one has called anybody, no one has said any problems have gone on. But I submit that there have been people who have had problems. But they just cannot associated with what they've eaten. Now, this is the Dole Fresh Vegetables announced a recall for their salads that were processed at its Bessemer City, North Carolina, and its Yuma, Arizona facilities due to the possibility of the health risk from listeria. Again, Dole Fresh Vegetables announced a voluntary recall for salads that were processed at its Bessemer, North Carolina, and Yuma, Arizona facilities due to a possible health risk from listeria. The company made the announcement on December 22nd. The FDA published the announcement on the exact same day. And the product type and the food was food and beverage, and it's for a foodborne illness. The reason is the potential for listeria. The company's name is Dole Fresh Vegetables. The brand names are Dole, Ahold, Kroger, Lidl, and others. I'm going to read the names again so you can go check in your kitchen, because I know a lot of people have gone and purchased bag salad that they can dress up. And there are a lot of single people who don't have time to do all that, so they just go get a bag salad. So the names are Dole Fresh Vegetables. Dole is one name, Ahold is another name, the Kroger brand is another name, Lidl is another name, and others. All right? Dole Fresh Vegetables announced a voluntary precautionary recall of all Dole brand and private labeled packages of salads processed at its Bessemer City, North Carolina, and Yuma, Arizona processing facilities due to the possibility and the health risk of listeria. Dole Fresh Vegetables Incorporated is voluntarily recalling from the market all Dole brand and private labeled brand packages processed at its Bessemer and Yuma, Arizona locations. Now, there is also a temporary suspension of the operations at both of the facilities to conduct an extensive cleaning and sanitation protocol. Products subject to the voluntary recall are identified by the product lot number, and it's down below inside of the description. But just in case you're sitting here and you want to run in your kitchen really quickly, I'll be happy to give that and read that to you now. So it's identified by the product lot code beginning with the either a letter N as in Nancy or Y as in Yankee. Okay? So it's Nancy or Y, Yankee, in the upper right-hand corner of the package. And it will have a best if used by date between November the 30th and January the 8th of 2022. Consumers who still have these products in their refrigerators are urged not to consume the product and to discard it immediately. This suspension of operations and recall is being performed voluntarily by Dole out of an abundance of caution in collaboration with the Food and Drug Administration as well as the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The decision to suspend the operations and the recall of all products from the facilities was made after analyzing the strain of listeria isolated in a single package of Dole branded garden salad produced at the Bessemer City facility and a single package of shredded iceberg lettuce produced in Yuma, Arizona facility. Both of those items were randomly sampled by the state of Georgia and the state of Michigan, respectively, and were a genetic match with the strain of listeria, which the FDA and the CDC believes is responsible for 16 illnesses since 2014. Listing of the products subject to each of the recalls is set forth below. Listeria is an organism that can cause serious and sometimes fatal infections in young children, frail or elderly people, and others with weakened immune systems. Although healthy individuals may suffer short-term symptoms such as high fever, severe headache, stiffness, nausea, abdominal pain, diarrhea, listeria infection can also cause miscarriages and stillbirths in pregnant women. I'm being very, very quiet here on purpose. The recalled salad items from the Bessemer City facility were distributed to the states as follows. If you're in Alabama, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi. If you are in North Carolina, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia. Recalled salad items from the Yuma facility were distributed to the other part of the United States as well as some repeat states. And they are Arizona, Alabama, Arizona, Connecticut, Florida, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Michigan, Minnesota, North Carolina, North Dakota, New York, Ohio. Wow. South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and Wisconsin. No products produced from the Dole facilities in Springfield, Ohio, or Soledad, California, are being included in this voluntary recall. In addition, no other Dole products, including the ready-to-eat salad products, fresh fruit, and field-packed fresh vegetables are a part of this voluntary recall. I'm pausing and I'm a little disgusted, and here's why, because we're done with these stories for these recalls. So let me come back on this side here and I'll tell you why I'm a little disgusted. I'm a little disgusted because a lot of those symptoms replicate or are examples of another illness. They sound exactly like another illness. The fever, the stiffness, the nausea, the diarrhea, all of these things can be mistaken for something else. And so when you say something like, we've had no reports, no known reports, nobody has come and said anything to us, that means nothing. But for a company as large as this to have this exact situation all over again, just following it, I wonder how we're allowed to have this. You know, sometimes I feel like they should just leave us alone altogether. Let me have my own vegetables. You know, there are some areas where you can't even grow your own vegetable garden. I just want to have my own vegetable garden. Let me take my own herbs or whatever. You know what I mean? And let's just not. I don't want your salad. I can grow my own. How about that? All right, let's get into some more stuff again. I'm back on the other side. I was hanging out with you guys for just this quick second. But I'm going to go back on the other side. And then again, in advance, if I have missed anything, my mods will thank you for anything that you give and anything that you say. They will be my eyes and ears. So I'm going to go back on this side right now. And we're going to look at your deodorant, your shampoo. We're going to look at everything. Okay? We're going to look at your deodorant. We're going to look at your shampoo. But before we do that, I want to understand something. How does a company end up having to do a recall on everything? Everything, Felicia? Everything, y'all. The list, it's a recall of everything that they've ever made. This company. A major drug recall. This company recalled every medicine it makes. So it says, check your home. The FDA announced a sweeping recall involving all drugs compounded and products from Edge Pharma LLC. The recall is because the products from there have sterility issues. They have sterility issues that could cause several safety complications when used. Aside from the drug recall, the recall also includes containers, IV bags, syringes, drop containers, vials, bottles, and jars. The items subject to the drug recall, well, the list of the recall drugs is extensive, to say the least. The full list is too long to publish in this article, and believe me, I went and looked at it, and it's pages long. Pages, y'all. So please get this from down in the description. Click it on your computer or your smartphone and check and see if you have any of this stuff. So it says that it is too big. It can be viewed in its entirety over here on the Edge Pharma website. The vast majority of the drugs at issue were distributed from June of 2021 through November of 2021. Do you see a pattern here? Do you see a pattern? Who's watching this? Nobody. Ain't nobody watching nobody no more. Nobody is making sure anything is okay anymore. Nobody is double checking. It looks like quality assurance is out the window. They have nobody working in quality assurance. There's no standard to test or measure by. What's really going on? We've even got ice cream. that's on the recall list. Yeah. This is driving me nuts. Who's watching who? Well, I can certainly tell you who's zooming who. All right. So additionally, Edge Pharma is going on an all-out alert to consumers about the recall. To this end, the company is notifying consumers or customers and medical facilities directly via email. They didn't get on there and do one of them commercials. Has your eyes bugged out? Are you having trouble falling out of the bed? Did you take this medicine? And hey, call a lawyer. No, they didn't do that, but they sent an email. The company is also issuing medical alerts via traditional media outlets. Oh, okay, but I've never seen. I'm sure you probably did. I don't watch TV, so I don't know. And the FDA. Well, they're always a help. As a result of the above, any individual or institution with the products in question should throw them away immediately, and consumers can also return the products to Edge Pharma directly. The risks at issue are quite jarring. The FDA notes that administering a drug that is not sterile when it's supposed to can cause a variety of serious infections. In home cases, these infections can even, in some cases, they can even be life-threatening. Despite the gravity of the situation, there have been no reports of adverse impact from the drugs. This is what you always say. So, I submit you need to get it together. That's just me. So how to contact the company is listed right here. If you got a pen, I'll give it to you. It's 1-802-992-1178, and you can reach them between 8 and 4 p.m. Yeah. But I want to tell you something. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but I'm going to pull it up. And I don't think you can see it. I'm going to open it up. I don't think you can see it. Can you see this? Yeah, I don't think you can. No, you can't see it. But I'm going to show you something. This is a recall of the products. I'm going to show this to you if I can, if it will let me. Because, Control V, paste it over there. These are the lots. And they are things like aluminum potassium sulfate concentrate, buffered lidocaine HCl, epinephrine solution. I don't know how to pronounce this, and y'all know I'm not about to try. But it says CEF, like Ceft or Keftamazine. You guys can figure that out. But it's down below in the description. All right? Epinephrine again, lidocaine. HCl. All right? This is every medication they make. Every one of them. It looks like it says phenylpyrene. I'm sure there's probably some people here that would know what that is. Trypan Blue. Vansomian. I don't know what that is. But nonetheless. Benzocaine lidocaine. Tetracaine. Is Rachel Van Zyl or Marty Lauderdale still here? If you are, I'm coming back to your side. And I'm going to give you this link. I think it's that important. Okay? Either Rachel Van Zyl or Marty Lauderdale. Please, both of you, if you can, please duplicate that. So that people can have that link at their disposal. So they don't have to wait till the show is over to go in and get it. And then, I want them to be able to see that. Let them see that. Okay? Really on the serious side, all jokes aside, the reason why I'm giving you guys the link here is because I feel like it's dire when you consider just what someone just said here in the chat. And that is those are all hospital supplies. Yeah, I don't have much to say. Okay. This is hitting us on every level. You got your, I don't do Christmas. You guys already know I don't do Christmas. All right. But I don't knock people who do. If you do Christmas, do you. Here's the point. Everybody is getting together this weekend. All right. And it's not just for Christmas. Some people celebrate other things during this time frame. All right. And they're, for a lack of time, they're running out grabbing these things. They're paying their hard-earned money for different things. You know, from, like we said earlier, the dessert that we talked about yesterday on the Lockhart Perspective, the ice cream that we talked about yesterday, and a few other things that were being recalled. And then you've got your medical supplies. You go to the store, you purchase something. They said that this is available to the public as well. So you've got things that are available to the public as well as hospitals. So it doesn't matter where you get it from. We got you on either side. So we've got people who are really trying to do their best, is my point. And at every turn, the other day I woke up, I walked outside, literally it was about 6:30. I go outside, I look at the sky. I go outside, and when I look up, look at the sky, there are big, thick clouds with X's all drawn in them. You guys draw your own conclusion. But my point is, at every turn, big X's drawn in the sky, at every turn. So what do you do? What do you do? You're trying to mind your own business. You're trying to do you. You know what I'm saying? We've gotten to the point now where we're in each other's faces when we don't want to be. And here, let me explain that. Everybody's involved in everybody's business. They've got you separated from those you love, but everybody is in your business. Everybody's all in your grill. You can't just be left alone. That's maddening. That's maddening. That's maddening. And then they say, well, we haven't had any known illnesses, no known adverse reactions. Well, when they all look like one thing that you're pushing and peddling, I submit that's only adding to that. That's all. And it's amazing because now the people who are in style, like me and Lisa said the other week, are those of us with our tinfoil fedoras. Only ones who in style. All right, folks, let's go ahead and we're going to get into a couple of other things that have been recalled. And some of you may use these products. Save the best for last, as it were, because we're about to get off here. But how many of us use some of these products? Procter and Gamble recalls 32 aerosol and hairspray products. They're aerosol hair products after detecting a chemical link to cancer. So here it is at a glance. Procter and Gamble issued a voluntary recall of 32 aerosol hair products on December 17th. The dry shampoo and conditioning products were recalled after the chemical benzene, which has been linked to cancer, was detected. The recall includes popular brands such as Pantene, Herbal Essence, Aussie, Old Spice, and a full list of the recalled products can be found on the FDA's website. Procter and Gamble issued a recall on the 32 hair products because the benzene is connected to cancer, and benzene is one of the 20 most used chemicals in the United States. It is a colorless chemical that evaporates when exposed to the air. According to the American Cancer Society, repeated exposure to the chemical can be linked to cancer. All right. The recall includes popular brands such as Pantene, Herbal Essence, Aussie, Old Spice, and a full list is over here. So let's check it out. I'm nosy. I want to go. I clicked it. Can you see it? I hope so. You still with me? Yes, you are. Here are some of them here. Let's see if I can make it bigger, or will it blur it out? Because it's sort of blurry at 100%. But do you guys use any of these? I hope this is helpful to you guys. I really do. I hope that this information is helpful. Listen, I'm a quirky bird. I'm not like a lot of other folks. So, hey, it's all good though, baby, because I like me. But I hope that this is helpful information. So you've got some really pretty cans. That must be the Herbal Essence. And then you got Pantene. You got Aussie here. Hair food with the coconut oil. This here looks like it's pretty. I don't know. But look, even the Old Spice. Some men use these Old Spice. All of these products. So these are the product photos. These help you identify them. Okay? The consumers can visit the Pantene, the Aussie, all these different websites. All right? So these products are all under their umbrella. And here's a list of them here. All right? Okay. Wow, that's a lot. You know, when you look at the pictures, it doesn't seem to be as many pieces. So the risk of benzene, risk statement, benzene is classified as a human carcinogen. Exposure to benzene can occur by inhalation, orally, or through the skin. It can result in cancers, including leukemia and blood cancer of the bone marrow and blood disorders, which can be life-threatening. Based on exposure modeling and cancer risk assessments published by the Environmental Protection Agency, daily exposure to benzene in the recalled products at the levels detected in our testing would not be expected to cause adverse health consequences. Benzene is ubiquitous in the environment. Humans around the world have daily exposures to indoors and outdoors from multiple sources. To date, Procter and Gamble has not received any reports of adverse events related to this recall and is conducting this recall out of an abundance of caution. Detailed instructions of how to request the reimbursement for eligible products can be found below. Because I know somebody may have this in their house, I'm gonna go ahead and put this down below in here too. Okay, it's a big one though. It's a big one. All right, I'm giving you guys that one, but you might have it at the house. All right, you might have it at home, so I'm putting it there. All right, so our final thing is another recall. Let's see. Do I want to? No, I think that's it. It was all of those products. Let me go over here and double check one other place before we leave, because I don't want to leave anything unturned. However, I am the person that will do all the recalls, so it doesn't matter whether I miss one right now or not. I will definitely be back with more recall stuff, because I'm like that. I like to understand what's going on. But you know what bothers me? A lot of these symptoms, again, are issues that you could have and not even know. You could have these products and not even know it. All right, yeah, I knew there was one. Okay, I knew there was one. Rachel Van Ziel, thank you. I had to double check my email because you had sent me another one, and so I want to make sure that I give you guys this one. So it's the same company, but I just want to show you that there are a few more lot numbers or SKUs for the recall on some of the Old Spice products. And again, a lot of people may use this for, just for the convenience of the price. And you may not know it's these products here. So these are more than it was over there. All right. All the lots were from September of 2023. All right. Let me go here. Look. Boy, you can't look because of all of these pop-ups. You guys, how do I get rid of these again? How do I get rid of these pop-ups, somebody? Oh, well, I don't know. Anyway, so this was posted a couple of months ago, but look, the Procter and Gamble issues a voluntary recall on specific Old Spice and Secret products. Now, I know they're saying that, that the numbers that they show or the amount that they've shown is not enough to harm anybody. But how many of you know that if you're using several of these products because of maybe convenience in the price, you could be using a lot of it? You know what I'm saying? So collectively, you could be using a lot of this. You could be. So yeah, benzene in small amounts, they say, may not harm you. But if you're a person that uses specific products because of the price point, maybe you're a student, or maybe you're somebody who just wants to count your pennies, and you go get your shampoo, or you go get all these different things, and they're inexpensive or whatever, you could be, conceivably you could be using a lot of stuff with the benzene. So I hear what they're saying, but I don't buy it. Okay? I mean, to me, it's just making me feel like we just need to forget all of their stuff. You see, if nothing else, they make their stuff, they put a bunch of carcinogens in it, and then they go, oops. But again, where's QA? I thought companies had QA. I thought companies had QA. Lisa, I was just talking about you and I a few minutes ago with our fedoras, my sister. Yeah. I guess they don't have it anymore. I guess they don't. Okay, David Bruce, I like that. What's on the screen? Some of that stuff is not cheap. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know, Tab. I just thought that, and the reason why I say that, I'm going to tell you, Tab, the reason why I say that, because when my sons and my grandsons grew of a certain age, I purchased them little products that I would get them. So when I would go and look at the products, of course it wouldn't be like Pawpaw stuff, because even Pawpaw stuff could be messed up now. You know what I mean? But at that time, I would go and I would get them, little Old Spice, little deodorant, and the little Axe sprays and all those little things. Little stuff because to me that was inexpensive. I mean, I use Donna Karan deodorant. So that's why I say that. I can't use anything but that if I use something over the counter. And I have to buy it 5 at a time. So I can only buy it once a year. Tax return. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I guess my mindset is the juxtaposition of, I know I can't use just anything. If I use somebody's Degree deodorant, for example, I will break out. It will break my whole entire arm out. And I didn't know that because I used to love Degree deodorant back in the day. Anyway, let me get on with this because I know you guys are like, there's Felicia. She's going on a tangent. She's about to share some more information with us that we are not asking for. So anyway, let's get on with it. So here we go. Oh, you guys, I think we're done. We're done. Yay, hooray. We are. We've no more. Yes, okay. See, we went through that pretty good, you guys. We went through that in under an hour. We're literally at 51 minutes and 39 seconds. 51. So that's good because now I get to read your comments. Hooray for Hollywood. My favorite part. I was trying not to do all the comments because as I'm looking back at a lot of stuff, it looks like a lot of the comments get in the way and a lot of people are like, I don't want to hear all of that. She reading to these people saying, hi, I'm on the replay. When do I get to the good part? So that's the reason why I'm not reading so many of them. Okay. Hey, Frank, how are you if you're still here? Thank you so very much for that count, Rachel. Okay. All right, you guys. I love reading your quotes. You really want to chat about the sky? Remember the pregnant woman slammed by the cops in California in 2019? Would love to show you. Really? Oh, girl, if you got it, send it. You know where to send it, girl. Felicia at FeliciaLockhart.com. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here because I don't want to belabor the time. And I don't think everybody on this side of the world is used to me yet. So if we was over at my other house, I would be hanging up here, hanging with you guys, talking with y'all. But it's taking everybody a bit of time to get used to me. And I get it. And so I don't want to just come and hang out that long. But we are going to do this and do it together. So if you guys have any information that you'd like to send forward, please do so. You can send it to my email, Felicia at FeliciaLockhart.com. I want to thank William. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Rachel Venziel, all of you all who have been sending information. And for those of you, I may have missed your name. Please count it to my head and not my heart. But I want to thank all of you guys for sending stuff to me so that I can share it with everybody. All right. And I do have a quirky way of sharing. All right. So in your area, Sarah Brown says there's a big to-do over fluoride in the groundwater. Okay. Yeah, it's bad. But why are they all of a sudden concerned when it's nothing new? Because they have to, because of the exposure. They've got to expose. They've got to say it. They've got to tell you. You know what I mean? They've got to tell you. And meanwhile, I don't think any of the water has been fixed out there in, what was that state, you guys, where the water was bad? There was a place where there was some water. Was it Michigan? I don't remember. Cody Wee says, have taken over. Yes, honey. Hell big shoes. My big sister. Yep. So, you guys, I just think that it's important to get this information out. I thank you so much for your well wishes, Tab. Thank you. Thank you, David Bruce. Thank you all. Yes, it was Flint, Michigan, Tab. That's right. I don't even think those people, Kyle and Tab, I don't even think, and Frank, I don't even think those people, I don't even think they have had any corrections. You know what I'm saying? There's the on the screen right there. All right. So now you need to remember, you guys, to look for these products inside of your cabinets. Yes, you can have that mango. Wash it off really well. Look in your cabinets. Look in your medicine cabinets. You know, about the salad, you guys, chuck it. I don't even know what to say about the salad because the problem that I'm having with the whole entire debacle is that you've got a few places that say you cannot make your, and then our mod, Marty Lauderdale, thank you, sweetheart, has put this here. This is important to me, you guys. So these are the things that I do. All right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll meet another person that'll match my sister. I don't know. I doubt it very strongly, but we were the yin and the yang. I do the soft, fluffy stuff. She do the hard stuff. That's who she was. So this stuff to me is stuff that matters. All right. And it all matters. But this stuff right here, it touches your plate. It touches your bathroom, your cabinets. It touches you. So this is the stuff that matters where I can hit. It's the stuff that touches you. The stuff that touches your body. See, all this other stuff that we're dealing with on a large scale is important to know. Like the very first stories that we read dealing with the whole MS-13 and all this other stuff that's going on overseas. Those things are really important to know. But this stuff right here, this stuff right here, for those of you who understand, give me a chuckle. This right here, this stuff right here hits you, and it hits everybody. No matter what shade you are. It's hitting everybody, just like the situation that we're dealing with right now. So with that said, I want to tell each and every one of you that I appreciate you. What have we got going on this weekend, Felicia? Well, we've got today at 2 o'clock Eastern and 1 o'clock Central. I will be on Blog Talk. We have a weekly show where we do pretty much this, but a little more in depth in that you can literally come on, talk. You can say what's going on. You can give or, sound off how you feel. You can use your Google Voice number. You don't have to use your own phone number. You don't even have to give your name. I will not call on you for anything. You can just sit there and listen. But if you want to, you got the option to speak. Okay? That is on Blog Talk. It is the Lockhart Perspective on Blog Talk. Yes, you got it. Yes, this right here. Kyle got it. So yeah, so there, like I said, this right here is what matters to me. This is what I do. I do the stuff and connect the dots that's like right there on your dinner plate. That's me. All right. So today at 1 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock Eastern, we will be over on Blog Talk. Please, you are my guest. I'd like for you to come on and check us out. Here you go, right here. Alrighty. And what are we talking about today? We're talking about everything and anything. We have a few bullet points and topics that we will mention, but we will also talk about things that you take your hat off with and throw in the middle of the bullpen because we want to hear from you. We want you to be able to speak freely, and there you can. I want to thank each and every one of you for being with me this morning on our Friday Roundup show. Remember what I always say, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High Yah. Until we see each other again, you guys, take care of yourselves and take care of one another. Until we see one another again, please be blessed. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.